iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted in league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for what is round number 2 of the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars presented by Speed Factory. Good evening, race fans. We welcome you live to the virtual Lernerville Speedway located in Sava, Pennsylvania for round number 2. As we have got about a minute and a half left in the qualifying session, and to come off the back of last week's season opener at the Eldora Speedway, we'll take a look at the top 10 in the points standings as Josh Wyman picked up the win last week. He now sits atop of the points. And you go back to Chase Swafford, who also come away with the podium along with JP Scheiterer in position number 3. Also grabbing the rest of basically the top 10 there. You can see Chad Griggs, Joe Howe, Toby Fitzsimmons, Samuel Reed, Bryce Hovenstein, Brandon Voiles, and Zach Hoddle. But that is the point standings coming into what is round number 2 here at the Lernerville Speedway. And we'll take a look in just a few moments' time at the qualifying standings. In fact, let's take a look at that right now. Fastest lap time at this stage is going to be JP Scheiterer with a 13.177. Levi Salzgiver, Bryce Hovenstein, Cole Zawinski, Jesse DeRosa. That's your top 5. Brandon Voiles, Chad Coate. And you go down to Larry Moody, Chase Swafford, Toby Fitzsimmons. So a field of 26 drivers signed into the pit area for tonight's second round of the season here at the Lernerville Speedway. And again, we're not too far away from having what will be the first of 3 heat races. There'll be 8 laps in distance. Top 5 will go straight to the main event. Everybody else will go through to the last chance qualifiers. There'll be a C and a B main. And of course, in fact, you might not even have a C main. It might just be all loaded up into the one, which will be the B main for tonight. But, however, in the heat races, there is going to be an inversion of 4. So, with that being said, we'll take a look at your starting lineup for what is going to be heat race number 1. And, well, starting on the pole position, it'll be Toby Fitzsimmons in car number 17. Chad Coate lines up the high line number 11 machine from position at number 2. We go to the third starting spot. It's the 9 of Cole Zaparski, and on his outside, JP Shutter in the 5J. For Vanderpool Construction, he is tonight's fastest qualifier. He'll start from position number 4. Then we go back to your fifth starter in car number 55. That is Samuel Reed. He's outside. Scott Thomason driving the number 6 machine. He'll start from position number 6. Terrell Wheeler driving the 43W lines up at a position number 7. From 8, it's last week's feature race winner of Josh Whiteman in car number 24. And Tyler Rudabo in car number 51 going to line up the Optic Gaming entry from position number 9 as we wait for Tyler to make his way onto the racetrack. And again, they'll go onto the racing service, couple of laps behind the racing.com official pace truck. But again, we welcome you all to Ultimate Dirt TV live across the social media pages, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We've got them all covered. Again, we appreciate all the support here and what is going to be a double header here this evening. Safety car again is going to roll away from the pits. We will start what is going to be the first of 3 heat races. Again, there'll be 8 laps in distance. So the car's just rolling already onto the racing surface. And it'll be Toby Fitzsimmons and Chad Coate to lead us to the drop of the green flag. We'll see if the safety car turns off the racetrack on the entry down into turn number 3. If it does, there it is. It's already taken the right hand turn, so it looks like we're ready for a start. Heat race number 1, Down and Dirty Outlaws Speed Factory 360 wing sprint cars. Run number 2 here at the Lernerville Speedway. Off for corner number 4, and Fitzsimmons and Chad Coate. Off they go, jumping on the loud pedal as here comes Zapieski back to the inside. Now keep an eye on JP Schroeder. You're watching the battle on for the race lead as Fitzsimmons holds on to the lead there on the opening lap. Remember, top 5 will automatically transfer into the main event and lock in 15 of those ones. Oh boy, JP Shutter off the racetrack and going from fastest qualifier now to the outside looking in. Wheeler on the inside, 3 wide with Josh Whiteman. They'll make a bit of contact off turn number 4. Thomason in the 6 machines found his way. He was in 5th position, but now finding his way into position number 4. Got by Samuel Reed. Reed comes back at Thomason off turn number 4. But give the 4 spot to Thomason right now. And I'll tell you what, Scott Thomason has got the 6 working the trees. He'll come up to the back of the 9 car of Cole Zapieski. Getting a little tight, a little loose. Oh boy, I tell you what, the 9 car struggling to come to terms in 3 and 4 there on the previous lap. Chad Coate coming after your race leader, meanwhile down the back straightaway. 5 down, 3 to run. Your top 5, Toby Fitzsimmons, Chad Coate, Cole Zapieski, Scott Thomason, and Samuel Reed. Then you go back to Josh Whiteman, and now Whiteman back to the outside on Reed, I should say. 2 laps left to run. Here in what is heat race number 1 of 3. Reed slid up in front of Whiteman. Whiteman tries to come back on the inside off turn number 2, but couldn't make the pass there. Meanwhile, Chad Coate trying to go upstairs. Coate now coming after the race leaders. The white flag is out. 1 to go. Fitzsimmons and Coate. Fitzsimmons has got it down the back straight away into turn number 3. He'll go to protective mode. He'll do enough to hold on for a victory here in race number 1. So heat number 1 is done. Let's take a look at those official results coming up. Toby Fitzsimmons gets the win over Chad Coate, Scott Thomason, Cole Zapieski, Josh Whiteman. That's your top 5 of those 5 drivers transferring into the main event. Reed, Wheeler, Shutter, and Rudabo. Well, off to the consolation race as they go, I should say, is heat number 2 lining up on the racetrack. Joseph Grady in the 518. He'll start from position number 1. Larry Moody in car 73 from position number 2. From position number 3, it's Jesse DeRosa in the 44. From position number 4 in car 33. Second quickest in qualifying, Levi Salzgiver. We go to the 3rd row inside. Blake Galloway in car number 5. He'll start from position number 5 and driving the 27 entry. That is Chad Griggs. He'll start from position number 6. Your 7th and 8th starter inside and outside the 4th row inside in car number 43. That is Joe Howe, and he's outside in car number 96. Nicholas Shell from position number 8. And your 9th and final starter in car number 19 during the Bass Pro Shops entry. That is Ethan Greek. So just like that, the field is set here in heat race number 2. Lights are out. Safety car is up the racetrack. Grandy and Moody bring us to a nice steady pace off for turn number 4. And Wellness, the catalytic recovery, Inferno Motorsports. 518 machine of Joseph Grandy got a good start, as did Jesse DeRosa. DeRosa tried to slide up in front of Moody in the 73 car. Moody tries to work back to the outside. DeRosa looks to have the runner-up position at line, and I think he did. DeRosa, Moody, side by side, and then you go back to Salzgiver back there in the 33 car. Blake Galloway in the 5, right on the bubble position right now. Grandy still working upstairs, got problems. Galloway into the side of Salzgiver. Here comes Chad Grigg trying to pick up a couple of positions. And boy, look at Nicholas Shell, Ethan Grigg trying to come through the field as well. Salzgiver holds on to the 5th and final transfer spot, tried to come back up to Chad Griggs in car number 27. Meanwhile, up front to pulling a gap between, putting about 6 to 7/10 of a second gap between himself, Joseph Grandy, and your runner-up driver of Larry Moody. As we just crossed the halfway stage of heat race number 2, penultimate heat race of the night. DeRosa closes in on Moody down into turn number 3 once again. Joe Howard found his way into position number 7, trying to get by Nicholas Shell. You look at the 4/10 of a second gap, and that's exactly what you're looking at right now between 2nd and 3rd on screen. But it's 2 to run for the 518 machine of Joseph Grandy. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern, Pro Late Models round number 2 right here from this very racetrack. And then later on tonight at 11 o'clock Kingston, we'll have some more Pro Late Model fix-it-up racing to come as well. So a big double header here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight we'll have the triple header tomorrow night. Into 3 and off for corner number 4. Boy, just like that, Joseph Grandy, well, spanks the field. Grandy is going to win heat race number 2 and does it convincingly as well, I might add. Heat 2, Joseph Grandy. He'll get the win over Larry Moody. Jesse DeRosa in 3rd. Chad Griggs 4th. Levi Salzgiver in 5th. Nicholas Shell, Joe Howe, Blake Galloway, Ethan Grink will come home 6, 7, 8, and 9. And again, they'll go to the B main. Heat number 3, Matthew Croquet in the number 2 machine. He'll line up on pole position. Chase Swafford lines up to the outside from position number 2 in car number 75. Second row inside and outside, it's Brandon Voiles in car 22. He'll start from position number 3. And Bryce Hovenstein in the 84. He'll line up out of position number 4. Position number 5, don't blink, it's Blaine Brink. He'll start in the 21 machine from position number 5 to the outside. Jared Kuno in car 22 from 6. The 87 of Andy Patton, he'll line up out of position number 7. Robert Charette in the 64. Lines up out of position number 8, and that is going to be the 8 starters in what is heat race number 3. Coulter West, unfortunately, well, I don't think that he's anywhere near the Lernerville Speedway right now. Maybe it's bedtime for him, but here we go. Final heat race of what is round number 2 of the Down and Dirty Outlaws Speed Factory 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. As we're green down the front straight away, we've already down the back stretch. Matthew Cronkey, look out, problems for Andy Patton in car number 87. Will we see the yellow flag come out? No, we're going to complete lap number 1. Seeing as though Patton is off the racetrack for quite some time. And boy, I tell you what, he's got a lot of work to do later on this evening if he wants to get into tonight's show. Down to the inside goes the 84 machine of Hovenstein on Brandon Voiles in the number 22 machine. Voiles upstairs, Hovenstein down low. Swafford trying to run down Croquet for the race lead. There's first, second, third, and fourth on screen. You've got middle, you've got bottom, and you've got top, and you've got 3 wide. And well, the top's up here, bud. And I tell you what, the 75 of Chase Swafford drove around the outside of Croquet, and here comes Bryce Hovenstein. Down to the inside, a very even racetrack at the moment. The top and the bottom working. But Bryce Hovenstein's going to lead what is lap number 4. Swafford dies down to the inside. Swafford off the racetrack. Croquet back to the race lead. Boy, heat race number 3. It's all happening right now. Voiles going to go upstairs. Croquet, Hovenstein, wheel to wheel down the front straightaway. Hovenstein's got it as they work off for corner number 2. And Croquet will find himself in the runner-up position at the moment. Goes back to the top into turn number 3 and 4, and I'm very surprised to see All but one driver working the inside of the raceway, and it's the fastest way around the Lernerville Speedway at the moment. There's still plenty of grip down to the bottom side. Hovenstein, 1 lap left to go here at the Lernerville Speedway. He's already gotten through turns 1 and 2, and he'll head down the back straight away. A bit of a stutter there in that one. It's going to be Bryce Hovenstein in car number 84 getting the win. Second out of Matthew Crokey. Well, he's finished there for what is 4th and 5th, I believe it is. Well, I tell you what, all happening here at the Lernerville Speedway. Your B main will come up here in just a few moments' time. Let's take a look at heat number 3 results, as there is Bryce Hovenstein, Matthew Crokey, Brandon Voiles, your top 3. Jared Kudo, Chase Swamp, and in 4th and 5th, Charette, Brink, and Patton will be the 8 cars in heat race number 3. And I believe we are looking at our B main, and just the one B main on the program. It's going to be Samuel Reid. It is Samuel Reid lining up the 55 machine from position number 1. Nicholas Shell, car number 96. He'll start from position number 2. Position number 3, Robert Charette in the 64 from 4. It's the 43 of Robert Wheeler. Terrell Wheeler. Where did I get Robert from? No idea. Anyhow, Joe Howe lines up the 43 from position number 5. Blaine Brink lines up at a position number 6. Position number 7, JP Shadow, your quickest qualifier tonight. He'll go to the inside of Blake Galloway in car number 5 from position number 8. Andy Patton in the 87 will roll off at a position number 9. Tyler Radabo in the 51 will start position number 10. And your final 2 starters, it'll be Ethan Greek in the 19 machine. He'll start 11th, and that'll be all because Coulter West, again, is not here. Let's have a look how many go through. All right, 10 laps, top 7 is what we are looking at, folks. 10 laps, top 7. So 22 car field for tonight's main event as the pace truck about to make its way off the racing surface. So 5 are going to go home, folks. 7 will continue with their quest to become round number 2 winner of the Down and Dirty Outlaw Speed Factory 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. And again, we're green, and now look at JP Shadow to the inside. He'll work it down to the low side, off for corner number 4. Lap number 1 is going to belong to Samuel Reid, Lachelle, and Robert Charette. Shadow now opted to go up to the top of the racetrack. Trying to build the momentum and the speed up, and boy, he's got it working a treat right now. Boy, Andy Patton, Joe Howe. Howe going to fall outside of a transfer position. Look out, 3 wide. The 87 car of Andy Patton. That's the white and green car right through the middle. He's in the final transfer spot, but not for long because now it's the 5 car of Blake Galloway. He's got the final spot. Boy, look at this. There's 2 4-car packs right now. Boy, dual screens would be working a treat right now, but they couldn't make it happen. Wheeler goes back to the inside. Now that's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and it is pandemonium right now. It's all sorts of chaos. Everyone fighting for positions. Here comes Joe Howe trying to work to the outside. Joe Howe in the 43 car. He's got the final transfer spot. Looking to move Andy Patton back outside as Patton now will go wheel to wheel down into turn number 3 and 4. Boy, it's really starting to be on right now. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Boy, the 4-car breakaway right now. Nearly 4 wide. We'll make it 3 wide down the back straight away. Radabo, Galloway, Wheeler, and Brink battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th position. Then you go back to Patton in 6th, Joe Howe in 7th, followed by Charette, Ethan Greek are going to battle for what is now 8th and 9th position. JP Shiner and Nicholas Shell pretty much out of this one unless something happens here in the remaining 2 laps. Wheeler makes a bit of contact with Radabo. That'll bring Joe Howe and Andy Patton into the picture now to make it a 3-way battle right now for the final 3 spots. But here comes Ethan Greek, and Ethan Greek catches the left rear of Andy Patton. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go. Who will it be down the back straight away? Into corner number 3, off for turn number 4, Samuel Reid. Dominating win here tonight. Oh boy. Just when you think things are going to settle down, A chaotic but a hectic B main nonetheless. We have a 5-minute warm-up session. So with that being said, let's take a look at B main results coming up on screen. It's going to be Samuel Reed getting the win over Blake Galloway in second. Blaine Brink to round out the top three. Terrell Wheeler in fourth. Joe Howe fifth. Andy Patton sixth. And Tyler Radabo. He'll come home in position number 7 and grab the final transfer spots. Unfortunately for 8th on back, Robert Charette, Ethan Greek, JP Scheiner, along with Nicholas Shell, and also Colt West, because West didn't even start. But those what is going to be 5 drivers, unfortunately, they are no longer in tonight's main event pitch. But we've got a 5-minute warm-up session. So with that being said, we're going to take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back here in just a few moments' time with your main event on the other side of this. Quick commercial breaks.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted and league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
All right, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the Down and Dirty Outlaws Speed Factory 360 Wing Sprint Car Series live from the Lernerville Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for a doubleheader. But for right now, the 360 Wing Sprint Cars, well, the main event is about to start. But again, just to recap what you may have missed last week, we'll take a look at the point standings. Josh Whiteman picked up the victory Well, we know Josh is going to start in tonight's feature event. He's going to have to do it the hard way. He's going to have to come from the 13th starting position. Chase Swafford, who come away with a runner-up finish, he's going to start position number 15 in JP Shadow. Well, we finished third last week, and unfortunately, he was unable to transfer from the B main. So that will change it. That will certainly change it up. Chad Griggs, Joe Howe, both those drivers in this one. Chad Griggs going to start from 11, and Joe Howe, we just had to see come through the B main. He'll start position number 20. But with that being said, let's go trackside and take a look right now at your A main. Starting one up here from the Lernerville Speedway, and it's going to be on the front row. Toby Fitzsimmons from position number 1. Joseph Grandy will start from position number 2. Position number 3, Bryce Ovenstein. Chad Coate lines up at a position number 4. Position number 5, it is Larry Moody. Matthew Croquet will start from position number 6. Scott Thomason will start 7th. Jesse DeRosa will start from 8th. 9th, there's going to be Brandon Foyles from position number 10. Cole Zavisky. We go back to row number 6. It's Chad Griggs from position number 11. And the 22 with Jared Kuno from position number 12. From position number 13, Josh Whiteman. From 14, Levi Salzgiver. From position number 15, you're looking at Chase Swafford. From position number 16, your B main winner of Samuel Reed. From position number 17, the 5 of Blake Galloway. From 18, the 21 of Blaine Brink. From position number 19, Terrell Wheeler. From 20th, it's Joe Howe. And the final row, Andy Patton will start from position number 21, and Tyler Radabo will start from position number 22. And our field is set. Toby Fitzsimmons and Joseph Grandy. We send the pace truck around twice around the Lernerville Speedway to complete. It's not even going to complete the entire 2 laps, but we're now 1 to green. We are ready for a start. A main. The Down and Dirty Outlaws Speed Factory 360 Wings Sprint Cars, round number 2. Saba, Pennsylvania's Lernerville Speedway. 30 laps on the board, 22 cars, 1 winner. Let's get dirty for 30 here at the Lernerville Speedways with green flag action. It's going to be Hovenstein to challenge Fitzsimmons for the race lead down the back straightaway to complete lap number 1. Hovenstein picked up, he picked up a number of positions working the bottom side of the racetrack. On board there with Toby Fitzsimmons. I'm going to say right now he's got a gaggle of cars behind him as Joseph Grandy gets the tub out and works to the outside. Now here comes Chad Coate working to the top shelf as well. Moody, you can just see to the right of your screen starting to move backwards just a little bit, missing the entry down into turn number 1 and 2 there on the previous lap, but with 3 down and with 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Chase Swafford running the inside and there on Chad Coate, and now Coate gets the tub back out to the top side of the racetrack. Croquet as well back down to position number 5, and your race through is the 84 car, Bryce Hovenstein. I really hope we get to chat to Bryce later on. I'd love to get the correct pronunciation of the name, just so it don't look like a complete tool getting his name wrong. But hey, you know what? It happens right now. DeRosa closing in on your pole sitter of the main event of Toby Fitzsimmons in the car number 17. Look, there's Chad Griggs in the 27. Up to the inside there, Brandon Foyles in the 22. But again, Foyles just gets the one on the outside, gets the one on the top side. Coate will go yellow first time tonight. Levi Salzgiver, I believe this is going to be, maybe. I hope I'm wrong. I was wrong. 21 car of Blaine Brink. Ouch. Alright, well, unfortunately, have a look at this one. On board and just see how quickly it is easy just to jump up over the caution again on board right now. Instant replay with Blaine Brink. Just watch that right read just get a little high, get off the edge of the racetrack and then catch the wall. So unfortunately, Blaine Brink is going to, well, he'll go back to the pits. He'll get a quick repair and he'll have to do it the hard way. Josh Wyman also getting a quick repair as well. So we're going to complete what is going to be the first now 7 laps for our first caution of the night. For the safety car to exit the racetrack. Don't forget, after this one, in just about 1 hour's time, we're going to head to a different league, but we're going to stay right here at the virtual Lernerville Speedway. And it's going to be the Mountain View Plumbing Pro Late Model Series. Round number 2, presented by the Northwest Racing Association. Then tomorrow night, the triple header on Ultimate Dirt TV, 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock Eastern. Coast to Coast Racing Network will bring you 358 modifieds and big block modifieds before 9:30. Before we wrap up the Down and Dirty Outlaw Speed Ranch Pro Late Model Series live from Lernerville Speedway. Round number 2 tomorrow night, all live on Ultimate Dirt TV, live across the social media pages. Pace car is off. Alvin Stephen, the 84, says, okay, it's time to go back to racing here. And Monche Swampton says, okay, you go, I go, everybody goes, and they all work down through turn number 1 and 2. And now it's going to be Chase Swampton to move up to position number 2. We would love to get to the start-finish line to complete the lap, which means he would be in second spot if the yellow was to come out. But now Swampton trying to come after Hovenstein for the race as they both work to the bottom side. Battle on between Griggs, the battle of the Chads, Coat and Griggs. Coat on the outside, Griggs on the inside. Fitzsimmons trying to make it a 3-way battle as well as they all sit behind Matthew Croakey on the top side of the racetrack. New race leader, Chase Swafford missed that one. And Swafford around the outside, he's going to take over the number 1 position. Still watching right now, Griggs battle with Fitzsimmons. Griggs to the inside, the left front. Gets way down to the inside grass there and almost got the car turned around sideways, but the yellow is out. Terrell Wheeler or Jared Kuno. Terrell Wheeler that was in the 43 car. Crossed up on board with the Down and Dirty Outlaw Redline Design number 43 car, and happens to the best of us sometimes. So Chase Swafford, your new race leader. And we'll chat to your top 3 post-race. Spoke about the points coming into this one. Josh Whiteman was the points leader. Chase Swafford second. JP Schotterer third. Chad Griggs along with Joe Howe. So Swafford, if he could finish inside, if he can get another podium, go one better than what he did last week, he will go to the points lead. Josh Whiteman, looking where he is, he's down at the tail end of the field. So you got first and second at the front, one at the back, one at the front, one at the back. Schotterer, we know, didn't make it. Griggs going to restart in the 3rd row. Joe Howe going to restart dead center in the middle of the pack in what is going to be position either 11 and 12. Fitzsimmons, Reed, Hovenstein, Voyle, along with Zach Hoddle. Zach Hoddle not in attendance here tonight, so 2 out of the top 10 drivers, unfortunately, are not in tonight's main event. To pick up back to the green with the 75 car, Chase Swampford leading the 22 car field. Just the second caution. Oh no, look out, make it 3 cautions. Well, we're staying green for the moment. Paul, Brendan Boyles and Chad Griggs. They'll get it back going again, but a little bit of a delayed caution. And in fact, pandemonium here on the front straightaway. Watching the 518 car, Joseph Green. Oh, just had to check up. Coat got into him. Scott Thomason in there as well. Spice in the 9. Salzgiver in the 33. And literally about 6 to 8 cars caught up in that one. But, well, yes, that is absolutely the big one. Only a couple of laps away from half race distance. And again, just what will be a reminder about the point situation on screen as well, just to keep up to date with the top 10 point settings coming into round number 2. In the Speed Factory 360 wing sprint cars presented by Down and Dirty Outlaws. We'll take that up because we are ready to fire engines. Oh, not really, we're already fired, but we're ready to fire the green flag here at Lernerville Speedway. 13 down, 17 to go. Like I said, a couple of laps away from half race distance. Swafford and Hovenstein. Croquis, Fitzsimmons, DeRosa and Moody. That is your top 3 rows, top 6 positions. DeRosa got some issues there in the 44 car to the inside of turn number 2. Again, that could be a very little difficult. Look out. Yellow. That is going to be Josh Whiteman. Car 24, and again, I think he was just a victim of circumstances. Kind of had nowhere to go on that exchange. Just all happened in front of him. Just got off the edge of the racetrack, and well, just sometimes hate to see it. Can confirm once we go back to green flag here at the Lernerville Speedway, we are going to be halfway home. 15 down, 15 to run. It took us, what was it? We got 7.5, nearly 8 laps before the first caution come out. Unfortunately, we've just seen inside the past 8 laps, we've seen 3 to 4 cautions. Sometimes you just got to take the good with the bad sometimes, and well, I say it's been a great race so far. The heat races were fantastic. The B main was, boy, that was one to remember as well. So we are going to be going to a single file restart. Pace car is up. The 75 entry of Chase Swafford will jump on the loud pedal. We'll go back racing here at Lernerville Speedway. Round number 2 main event is underway. Not just yet. this field lined up. In fact, we're just going to do something here on the other screen. Give me 1 second. In fact, we're going to do it on the main screen, so... Alright, so guys, just while they're sitting here on the raceway, they're just waiting for the safety car to catch up. Just to keep everybody up to date with what is happening. There was a little bit of a confusion with the start or the restart lineup, and it actually put one of the drivers a lap down. So in order to make it fair, considering that he did not go a lap down under green flag condition, they've just had to catch him back up to the back of the pack, and he is back in on the lead lap, I should say. So don't forget Pro Late Models to come after this one. Lights should be out. Here we go, back to racing here at Lernerville Speedway. Apologies about that one. Hovenstein tried the inside there. Now Crow Key will go to the outside. So there we go. Now we've got everything sorted. Everything seems to be in the right position here on the iris and timing the screen. Just had to get a few things fixed up. Joe Howe in 6th position. Now looking to move into position number 5 to the outside of DeRosa. He goes. Swafford with 12 to run, your race leader. Joe Howe moves into position number 5. And how about Toby Fitzsimmons as well? In that 17 car, the black, red and white entry just in front of Joe Howe, the 43. There he is on screen. Fitzsimmons, he was your pulse and he fell back to around the, what was I think, 8th or 9th position. And now he's managed to work his way back up. Matthew Croakey, half a second away from your race leader. But can he run him down with 10 laps left to run? Well, time will tell. Last lap time by a 10th quicker was Matthew Croakey there over Chase Swafford. Swafford's got to be careful. How hard is the 75 car pushing? To the middle of 1 and 2 he goes. Croakey gets a run. Coming to 8 to go in your battle for the lead is on off the turn number 4. Swafford stays back down to the bottom side. Using, I want to say like a cutback line. It was a very different entry into turn number 1 and turn number 2. Swafford lap cars may play a part here. Oh, Terrell Wheeler. There was contact with Wheeler and Griggs. Swafford going to get back to the cushion. Here comes Croakey. Griggs going to stay down to the inside. Swafford through the middle, leaving the top side lane open. And Matthew Croakey, new race leader down the back straight away. Lap traffic playing a part here in tonight's main event. Now with 5 to run, your race for the lead down into turn number 1 and 2 once again is on Swafford and Croakey. Swafford cannot make the pass off turn number 2. He's got to throw the sliders. They're both running the same line in turn number 3 and 4. Swampford again down to the inside. We'll see if he can keep it pinned to the low side and get the run off turn number 2. It's a drag race down the back straight away. Slide job coming for the race lead. It's a very long and slow slider. And Matthew Croakey around the outside. A very ballsy move there to make, especially with 3 to run at the line. Croakey has got it by 4/10 of a second. Swampford, boy, I tell you what, he's driven a hell of a race back there in second position right now. But the man out in front with just a lap and a half to go. I think we could be going yellow with a green-white checker. If Croakey gets to the start-finish line and the white flag comes out, they're going to race it out to the start-finish line. That is exactly what's going to happen. Battle is on for the lead down into turn number 1 and 2. Swampford on the inside. Croakey on the outside. Croakey's got it into 3 and 4 for the final time. Slide job from Swampford on Croakey, but Croakey will win. Oh my. Matthew Croakey with a victory here at Lernerville. What a finish from Matthew Croakey and Chase Swampford. Let's take a look at your 8 main results coming up. Matthew Croakey, your winner here from Lernerville Speedway. Chase Swampford will back up the podium last week. He'll get another second spot here tonight. Bryce Hovenstein back there in third. Fourth is Joe Howell. Toby Fitzsimmons going to round out your top 5. Jesse DeRosa 6. Blaine Brink in 7. Andy Patton 8. Jared Kudo 9th. And Brandon Boyles going to make up your top 10. Over the page 11 through to 20th. That's Tyler Radabo in 11. Joseph Grandy in 12th. 13th Chad Coate. 14th Levi Salzgiver. 15th is going to be Samuel Reed. 16th will be Larry Moody in the last car on the lead lap. The first car to go a lap down. The 9 car Colin Zapinski in 17th. Blake Galloway in 18th. Chad Griggs 19th. Terrell Wheeler in 20th position. Then you go back to the final two drivers. Scott Thomason 21st and Josh Wyman in position number 22. Joe Howe, hard charger here tonight. We'll chat to your top 3 plus a hard charger. Let's get to the man that comes home. Third place here tonight is Bryce Ovenstein. In fact, we're going to ask him just to get the correct pronunciation of his name. Bryce, welcome to the booth, buddy. Congratulations on third.
Hey. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
First question, how do you pronounce your surname?
It's Hallenstein.
Hallenstein. Okay. I mean, I was not even anywhere close to that one. But nonetheless, Bryce, you come away with a third place finish here tonight. You made it work on the bottom side of the heat race. You done it at the start of that main event. I mean, for the first half of that race, you look pretty good.
Yeah, for the first part, I was really comfortable. I probably didn't put enough laps in this week to just get used to the top. That's on me. But really excited for my buddy Croakey to get up there and get the win. Both of us were working really hard in that race, just trying to help each other out. Neither one of us had a spotter, and worked out really good for us to both get a podium.
How tough was this racetrack to get around, considering that at the start of this one, after that 5-minute warm-up session, I mean, it was pretty slick from top to bottom.
Yeah, the track got real technical. The bottom was really good there at the beginning. It started to go away, and I think I maybe should have hung down there a little longer. It looked like it may came back in. I probably could have made it work. And then the top got really thin, like it usually does. And so took someone real good on the wheel to make it work, and it just wasn't me today.
Bryce went on third place. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 84 car.
Yeah, I got to thank Trevor with M9 Performance. Just great setups, great group of people. Really helped me out. And, man, that's about it. Other than that, we just have a good time.
Bryce went on third. We'll see you back next week, mate.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for the broadcast, and thanks, Terrell, for putting on a great league.
Bryce Hohenstein comes home in position number 3. Home in second spot tonight, it's going to be the 75 car of Chase Swampford. Chase, congratulations on a second place finish. Probably one that got away from you there in the end, but boy, I tell you what, those last 5 to 6 laps, that was really exciting to watch. You must be happy with another second spot.
Oh, yeah, especially from 15th place. I mean, going from 15th to top 5 in the first 5 or 6 laps. I knew I had a car to compete, but the bottom was so good in 1 and 2, it kind of caught me off guard when he flew around me. And if I moved up a lap or 2 earlier, probably beat him, but we were so close on pace, it's hard to tell.
Lap traffic is always going to change. It is always going to play a big part in these feature events. It looked like it played a part, and then how difficult was it to get through some of those lap cars?
The first ones we got to gave me a bit of a heart attack. As soon as I caught up to him, he got on the brakes and jerked it right, and I was on the high side, so I almost ran him over. But after that, it wasn't too bad. They were mostly middle to bottom, and we were kind of railing the top there at the end. But yeah, the first group little rough. Rest of them wasn't too bad.
James, well done on second place yet again here at the Lernerville Speedway. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 75 car that makes it possible for you.
Thanks, Josh, at White Knuckle Setup Shop. He's got this thing set up to on keel right now, so should be in the lead of points. So that's nice going into the next week. And then thanks to VPR Vanderpool Racing for letting me run with them, and Bluegrass Start Racing and Bluegrass Live for doing what they do for me.
James, well done on another second place finish here with the Down and Dirty Outlaw Speed Factory 360 Sprint Car Series. We'll see you next week, mate. Well done.
Yep, see you. Thank you.
Chase Swampford, your runner-up. But we go to first. We're going to go to the hard charger tonight. It's going to be Joe Howe in the 43 car. Joe, fourth place finish here tonight, but you had to do it the hard way to come from what was position number 20, and you really were made to work for that one.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. You know, there's some close calls there. It was 3 times. You know, I almost didn't finish the race, but again, 2 weeks in a row, I'm just lucky just to make it through the field. You know, it's tough coming from mid or in the back to you know, to get up to the front. But yeah, as soon as I got my rhythm up top, you know, and I was able to pick off cars and take it from there.
What's going to be the game plan going into next week? Because, you know, for the last week, you picked up 2 hard charger awards. What are you going to do different next week to stop this from happening?
Well, first I got to practice. You know, with the new build, I don't have many laps on, especially Lernerville. It's my first race at Lernerville. So the new build, I got to get a better qual time. You know, it just makes life easier when you can get up front, you know, especially for your heat, and get a good spot for the feature, you know, again, just to avoid the wrecks. And so just got to work it up, putting a better qualifying lap in, and getting a good heat finish, and see what happens in the feature.
Joe, well done on the 4th place, but well done on tonight's hard charger. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 43 car once again, mate.
Sure. Yep. Hey, always appreciate you guys doing a broadcast. You know, like I said last week, you guys are one of the best, and I know Terrell, and we're all glad to have you on board. Also for Terrell, again, fantastic job running this league. Appreciate all his efforts, along with the admin. Thanks to Coulter for designing my car. And finally, Alex Bergeron, maybe our setup shop. Again, you know, I can't do it without him. He's always there for me when I need to make adjustments. And, you know, the results speak for themselves. And, you know, a big shout out to him, because I'm not going to have these finishes or hard chargers without him, you know, supporting me. So, yeah, but it was a good night. We'll see what happens next week.
Joe, well done on 4th place, well done on the hard charger for the 2nd week in a row. We'll see you back for week number 3 next week, mate. Well done.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Joe Howe is your 4th place finisher, but more importantly, he is the hard charger. But that leaves us with one left, and the man that comes away victorious here tonight in car number 2, that is Matthew Croquet. Matt, a feature winner with the Down and Dirty Outlaw 360 Wing Sprint Cars presented by Speed Factory here at the Lernerville Speedway. That must have been really exciting there from the cockpit of that number 2 car.
Yeah, it was it was a little scary at times, but you know, I had focused in on that top and never left, and it paid off here.
Let's go through to those final 10 laps, because you had to chase. This is going to sound silly here, but you had to chase down there in those last 10 laps, and you got to lap traffic. It really made for an exciting call from my vantage point. But what was it like trying to catch him and then navigate your way through the lap cars, get around the outside, and then Chase was starting to come back at you in the last sort of 2 to 3 laps?
Yeah, when we hit those lap cars, I saw him running the bottom for most of that race, so I kind of was going to plan on using them as a pick to try to get around him. And he hit the lap cars, went to the middle, and slid up on exit. So I caught into him right there. And then I didn't want to show my line too early, per se. So I backed off a little bit. I knew I'd be able to catch him again if he went to the bottom, because I knew it was falling off. And luckily he did. And from there, I caught onto him. and then he hit the bottom again, where I got him around him on 1 and 2. And after that, it was just kind of a survival mode, trying not to fall off and lose it.
Let's go to those last 5 laps. You make a run on the outside off turn number 4 after Chase goes to the bottom side. He went to throw the slider in 3 and 4. I think it was 4 laps left to go. You got around the outside. There was very little in it between both his right rear and your left rear. And then talk us what was going through your mind there on the final lap going into 3 and 4 with Chase coming with a move down to the inside.
That first initial little slider that he had, I thought he would get out of it a little bit sooner. And I knew I had a run. It was a little bit closer than I would have liked it, but I was in it to win it, so I was either going to junk or going to keep going. And then on that last lap, basically the same thing. I was going to eat that right rear, or I was going to win it.
Matt, well done on the win here at the Lernerville Speedway. Round number 2 of the Down and Dirty Outlaws Speed Factory 360 wing sprint cars from the Lernerville Speedway. Before we let you go and celebrate, Matt, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this number 2 machine.
Yeah, first off, I have to thank Trell and Coulter for the league, Down and Dirty here. I have to thank you for the broadcast. You put on an awesome broadcast. It's fun to watch back. I have to thank Trevor and Ty over at M9 for the setup. They're badass setups. I think we went 1, 3, and 5 here tonight, and even more, I think. But I have to thank them, Velocity Race Designs, RK Farms, Power Outdoors, and yeah, that's it.
Matt, go and enjoy this win. We'll see you back next week for round number 3. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
And Matthew Croakey, your winner here tonight in car number 2, we were live from the virtual Lernerville Speedway. And I tell you what, Chase Swafford, Matthew Croakey, boy, they put on a hell of a show there in those final stages of that main event. But that is going to do it for the first part of tonight's Ultimate Dirt TV broadcast. But for the Down and Dirty Outlaw Speed Factory 360 Wing Sprint Cars, round number 2 is done. Tomorrow night, the Speed Ranch Pro Late Model Series comes back to this very racetrack at the Lernerville Speedway for their second round of the series. 9:30 Eastern. We'll be on the call for that one live on Ultimate Dirt TV, live across Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We've got them all covered once again. But for Ultimate Dirt TV tonight, we've still got one more race to come in about 30 minutes time. It is going to be the Mountain View Plumbing Pro Late Model Series. We're going to stay right here at the virtual Lernerville Speedway, so plenty of action still to come here on Ultimate Dirt TV. But for now, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night. We'll see you next week.